You're listening to Cancer Convos with Brady and Stacy.
Hey there, welcome to another edition of Cancer Convos with Brady and Stacy, sponsored by...
Oh, Chelsea Smith Cosmetics.
There you go. See?
Yeah, and I'm actually, we're close to getting another sponsor too, but for sure,
right.
Chelsea Smith Cosmetics.
And what does Chelsea do?
This is what Chelsea does. She does my hair. She's my hairdresser.
I thought she did like a hair flip. That's all I saw.
She is originally from North Dakota. In fact, she grew up like listening to us on the radio when we were Brady and Stacy in the morning. And then
Long time ago.
She got her cosmetology license and she was a stylist. And then she moved out to California and decided to start up a wig company. And now she's probably one of the top wig companies I'd say in the world. It's crazy. And so, so she has Chelsea Smith Cosmetics now.
Well, we'll talk more about her later, but we have a special guest today.
We do. We are here with Nina today, and we are talking about something that I absolutely love. It's a service that she provides to cancer patients through the Bismarck Cancer Center, right? It's through the Bismarck Cancer Center.
They are the sponsor.
They sponsor an art class that we get to cancer survivors and their families and friends can take. So we'll let Nina talk about that. Hi, Nina.
Welcome, Nina. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Doing well. So tell us about the art stuff. What do you have going on?
Well, it's sponsored by the Bismarck Cancer Center, and it is called the Healing Arts Class. And we meet the first Tuesday of every month, and we do all kinds of different types of art. We use a lot of different mediums, different things. And you can come if you are in treatment or if you are a caregiver, family member. So we do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I've been there a couple times, and then we had a storm and it got moved, and then I had some other stuff going on and it got moved, but I hope to kick back in. But it could be painting, it can be all sorts of things.
Right. We've done watercolor, we've painted with coffee, we do acrylic, we've painted greenware. I plan on doing some fused glass things and some.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Right. Make little pendants with fused glass. I try to offer a lot of different mediums so they don't just come in. It's acrylic painting every session. And they always offer suggestions if there's something that they're really interested in doing, like medium wise or a subject, then we do that as well.
And I love it because it's free.
Yeah, I was going
to say, we don't pay for it at all.
How long have you been doing it, and why are you doing it? What's your background?
I have been in my studio for 6 years, and it was probably at least 5 years ago that they'd approached me. They had an artist in town that was doing it, but she was moving out of state, and they asked if I would be interested, and I jumped at the chance. I thought it would be really fun because art is very therapeutic and it's very relaxing. And if anybody needs therapy and relaxation, it's people that are going through treatment. So we started up, and I've been doing it ever since.
Awesome. Yeah, it is a stressful time, no doubt about it.
Yes,
it is. And Nina and I were talking before today. One of the hard parts, it's not just hard for cancer patients. It's hard for her too, because she gets to know these people and you see them pass away.
Right. Not every story is a success story. And you get attached to these people and you get to know them because they come and they sit in your studio for 2 hours every month. Yeah. And you get to know their stories and you root for them. But like I said, it's not always a success. And it's hard. It is hard when you lose one of your artists.
Yeah, because you get attached to them, like you're showing them.
You do.
You do.
There was one, she's the most recent one that we lost, and she actually reminded me a great deal of my mother. And they're there at one session, and the next month they might not be there, and it's difficult. But I was just glad that I'm able to help them and provide that outlet for them while they're going through treatment.
And you don't just get to know them, you get to know their families and their friends. And like one of the people that we were talking about that she recently passed away, she used to bring her granddaughter every time.
Right. Her granddaughter would bring her to every session. They were in the first class I taught, and they came the entire time. And then her granddaughter, I'm actually friends with her on Facebook, and I messaged what the the next class was going to be, they had made a suggestion that she wanted to paint a Highland cow. So I just messaged the granddaughter that was going to be the next lesson we did. And she told me that her grandmother didn't make it. But I had her come and do the painting anyway on me, just so she could get to do what she wanted to. And I think it was good closure for her too, because the granddaughter had gotten to know all these ladies that come too. So I think it kind of wrapped it up for her on her end, and gave her a little bit of closure that she needed as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. It is. It's just full circle. That's cool.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love it because it is a chance for you to be around people that know what you're going through and what you've been through. And they don't judge you if you have your bad days. And we all kind of get it. And so you kind of share that same camaraderie of the same fight and the same struggle that you go through. But yet at the same time, it's just a really nice celebration that, hey, we're here today and we get to make art. Mm-hmm. And it's so fun. It really is so fun. It's such a great service that you get to do, Nina.
I'm honored to do it. Honestly, it's one of my favorite classes that I do offer. It's hit and miss with how many people come. It might be 3, it might be 15. But when they first come in, they're always a little bit nervous, but we make them feel at home pretty quickly. And then they become regulars.
Awesome. How do people get signed up? What do they do?
Well, you can either get a hold of me. Easiest way is through Facebook, or you can call the Bismarck Cancer Center and just let them know that you want to attend the class. And they always keep track for me as well.
Okay. Awesome stuff. I wish. So is there an opportunity this could be online, or is it all hands-on? You have to be there.
Oh yeah. Could somebody Zoom in if they wanted to?
I haven't thought of that before. I guess I could approach.
They'd have to have their own supplies, but if they have some
Right,
stuff at home, like if
right,
we're doing sketching or something.
I did when COVID first hit, I was going stir crazy at home. So I started doing classes. Just, I figured if I can FaceTime the grandkids, I can do a live art class. And I did that more for me than anybody, just because I wanted to teach something. You don't feel like yourself. Yeah. But that's a really good idea, actually, because there's probably people that can't get to the studio to do it. I'll have to approach the Cancer Center and ask, maybe we could have kits available that could be picked up and they could do a Zoom class.
Yeah. Something, anything, if they
have.
That's
a great idea, Bob.
I'm full of them. Just ask Stacy. If it's something online, like it's something they could just, like you said, they may not be able to get there, but it's just, even if they don't have the art supplies,
just to watch.
Just the outreach in the chat about what's going on. Yeah.
That's true. That's cool. I will approach them with that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right.
Stuff. I like that.
It is. It's such a fun class, man. I have such a good time. And the crazy thing is, at one point in time in our art class, that's why Nina was like, "You too with the cancer?" Because I had cancer, radio, Dolly, cancer, radio, Rebecca, cancer, radio, Jeff, her significant other, radio though. He works in radio too. Yep. Mike says out of the side, "Why do you think I don't do radio anymore?"
I'll stick to painting.
I'm gonna be a painter.
Sketchy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It really is.
We'd have a pretty big lawsuit if that was all it was. Like, oh, it's all radio. It's gotta be
right. Yeah, we might want to.
I would have money for that. Hey, it was awesome chatting with Nina there. It was good stuff, and I'm hoping that she get that online stuff working. Or if you're listening to us somewhere not in Bismarck or Mandan, North Dakota, you can go to your local cancer center or somewhere online and get some crafts. If you can't get to where they are live, at least do them online.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, I'd say Google something in your area, because there's got to be some other art schools around your area, or art studios that offer the same kind of service. So and I do love it, man. I love to take the class. Okay, I love it and I hate it. And Nina knows why. This is not new. I'm such a perfectionist that when I'm not really good at, I get irritated. Like I get really irritated when my flowers aren't turning out.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and she's like, "You have to quit being such a perfectionist. Don't stress yourself out about this. This is supposed to be relaxing. Why are you losing your mind over this?"
supposed to be habilitating and, rehabilitating. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was making up words. Habilitating. I just made one up. It's supposed to make you feel better. It's not, everybody's design is different. Nothing is, in the eyes of you compared to me, nothing is the same.
And I actually started taking up watercolor pencils and stuff because I went to one of her classes and I didn't realize how easy it is. I can't do watercolor paint. I can't do it, but I learned how to use watercolor pencils. And then you just go in with your little wet brush thing and it becomes watercolor paint.
Is that like a plume from the 1776 signing a Declaration of Independence?
I do have feathers secured to all of my brushes to feel more regal and official.
Correct. And no one will steal them then either. Kind of like the bank with the flowers on the pens.
Yeah.
As of this recording, I had a radiation treatment today.
Yes.
I started 15, they call them fractions, 15 fractions on Monday. And I'll go through the end of the month, so basically the 26th of May, with radiation. So I asked, it's 300 centigrade, whatever that means. I have no idea. And it's double the dosage from last time. And yesterday when I had my first one, I was really sluggish in the afternoon and evening. Like you don't know that that's going to happen, but I was really feeling it at Bianca's basketball practice. I was like, man, I'm just doing too much. Like I was running around. I don't run. I was walking swiftly to get basketballs and cones and things. But it was just like, man. And I started the court again. I started sweating like a stuck pig. I'm like, man, it's not even hot in here. I'm just sweating. So, again, it's not chemo. It's nothing as bad as that. But it still sucks because
you're radiating your body.
I know
that is not something. You are becoming radioactive. That is something they have warnings on in all sorts of like facilities that handle power grids. They're like, don't become radioactive. And you went in and purposely got that done. So I think you need to cut yourself a little slack.
No. I just because, I always think like when someone says, oh, I have, stage 4 breast cancer, I have stage 4 whatever cancer. I'm like, oh, I have thyroid cancer. Like it's not, to me, like on the levels of cancer, I'm like on the low level, but I still have cancer, like it's just what it is. But I just don't, I guess I don't take it. I want to say take it seriously. I don't take it very seriously. I just don't, I don't feel that yet. I feel like I'll be fine. Maybe that's a good outlook. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you're just you have faith and you're positive about it, but that doesn't mean that what you have is not serious.
But that's just me. Like I just
because here's the way I look at it. Now, remember I said I want to talk about a list of like things you shouldn't say to cancer patients.
Yeah.
One of the things I have on my list is people when they say, "Oh, did they catch it early? What stage is it? Did they catch it early?" So I always hated that because when you're first diagnosed, people don't understand this. Often when you're first diagnosed, you don't necessarily know what stage it is. So you're like, I don't know. It's not until they get in there and they see where it's gone, if it's been contained, if it's, what kind of tumors it is. So you really don't know at that point in time what stage it is or really whether it's serious. Even a stage 1 can quickly and easily become serious.
Yeah.
If there's a difference, like, can they treat it? That's basically, did they catch it early enough? Because there's a line between, yes, we can treat it, and no, we can't. We're just going to make you comfortable.
Yeah.
And you really don't know that until you get into your treatments often, because you might think that it's going okay. And then I've had a lot of friends of mine in the WIG groups that have had ovarian cancer or other cancer where they have started chemotherapy and realized their body is not taking in the chemotherapy. The chemotherapy does not work on their tumors. And they don't realize it until the chemotherapy is not working on their tumors. So then they have to go back and explain to all their friends and family, yeah, they caught it early, but for some reason, my my tumors are chemotherapy resistant or radiation resistant. So there's nothing that they can do. So even though it might be only caught at stage 2, it doesn't mean that they can be treated. And you don't know until you get into your treatments how to answer that. And that's the first thing people always ask you.
It's like last week or our last podcast was, he said he got like 6 months to live. Like you walk around thinking, okay, I have 6 months to live. And now we're 12 years later, here he still is.
Yeah.
So it's just, And if somebody were to ask him 12 years ago, hey, did they catch it early? Nope, I only have 6 months to live. Like, well, why did you ask that question? Like,
100%.
Let that person go through that.
Here's my list of things that I don't feel like you should ask cancer patients.
Is it a top 10 list? Should we have like a drum roll?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it is actually top 10.
Top 10 list.
We're so good at this media thing that we just automatically do top 10. I made up 10. Because it's just stuck in the back of my mind from all the years in
office. From the home office in New Salem. Here's the top 10 things you shouldn't say to a cancer patient.
Coming in at number 10. I feel like I should have like a number thing that pops up.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 10.
We don't have that much money in the budget yet. So
no, we don't.
Don't be expecting that.
Actually, in post-production, I think I can slip that in there.
Could you really?
I can. Yeah. I'll just put it through my video. I'll just put it through my video editing software.
You have that?
Yeah, I that's what I do for a living. I edit people's videos.
You're amazing. Okay, moving on. Sorry.
So coming in at number 10, how are you feeling? You're never going to get a good answer from cancer patients, and we're never going to give you what you want to hear. What you probably want to hear is, I've been thrown up for the past 3 days. Oh, I haven't slept. I have excruciating pain. If that is what we could easily say, but instead we're like, could be worse.
I feel fine.
I feel fine.
Somebody asked me
a
that
little
last
tired.
Time at this game.
Yeah.
I'm upright and walking. Like, I'm fine. I mean, what am I going to say?
Yeah. So most of the time you're just going to get the answer, I'm fine.
Do they really want to know the answer? Like, are you going to you're going to dump on them? Well, I feel like crap. I've been throwing up for 3 days. I don't think they want to know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they don't want to know. Another one is, you're so brave. I hate that. I don't know if it bothers you, but I hate it because bravery seems like you were given a choice. Like you stormed into a burning building and you rescued children from a burning building. You didn't have to do that. That was a choice you made to do to put your life on the line. I am stuck in this situation now, and I'm literally just trying to live my life. I don't feel like it's brave. I don't feel like it's bold. I don't feel like I am doing what pretty much any other person would have to do. I'm just getting the treatments and trying to survive.
Correct.
And so then I feel weird because I don't like to take compliments in the first place. And now you've basically called me a hero. And all I've done is just take my cancer treatments.
Correct. Get a life-threatening disease. That's all I have. I didn't go for it. Buy it.
Here's what would have made me brave. If they said, hey, if we give you stage 4 ovarian cancer and you beat it, everyone will live and it's going to be okay. But there's a very, very good chance you're going to die. And I still picked it. That's brave. That would be brave.
You're like Schwarzenegger in The Running Man. That's what you're doing that.
Exactly. Yeah. But I didn't really pick it. It was just given to me and I'm just trying to deal with it the best that I can. Another one is, my mom died of cancer. Oh, my dad died of cancer. Oh, my sister just passed away from cancer. My aunt, mom, and sister have all died from cancer. I'm terribly sorry about that. I feel very sorry. But 2, I don't want to hear about the mortality rate of cancer as I'm battling cancer.
Correct.
I don't want to hear.
Or they ask what you have. Like you say, well, I have breast cancer. And then they say that the people that they know have died from that.
Yeah.
And not just picking a family member that's had cancer. They've had
Yeah.
your specific cancer.
Yeah. Oh, my friend just died of breast cancer. Yeah, we don't want to hear that.
It's not a competition.
It isn't. And it's not a club I want to be in. I don't really want to join that club.
Scouts honor? No.
Hoping for a better outcome. And usually when I say that, they kind of look at you like they realize it was slightly insensitive to say that when I'm like, oh, I'm hoping for a better outcome than that. Another one is, oh, you look so good for having cancer. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that means when they say it when I don't have cancer.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? You look so good. For what? Compared to what?
Right.
What did I do?
I don't know how to answer that.
I don't know what to say.
Thanks. I don't look like I'm dying.
Yeah, what am I supposed to look like?
Yeah, I'm really not sure about how I'm supposed to answer that. Another one is, now this does not affect me, but I do have friends that have gone through this, that have had breast cancer. The old, at least you get a free boob job. That's not how that works.
Again, not a competition. I didn't,
No, not a competition, and also not really accurate either. They're basically amputating a diseased part of your body. Correct. And then putting in, and they don't understand too, then when you do get your implants put back in, it's not the same as if you go get a breast augmentation. Yeah. It's not like that at all. You have no nipples. There is a service, which I do want to get this gal on our show. And I know there's women, tattoo artists in other areas of the country that will tattoo on your nipple, but it's not the same as going in and getting a breast augmentation. It's just not the same.
My nurse yesterday said about breast cancer. She said she doesn't have it, but if she did, she said, if I had it in one side, take them both out, take both my breasts out. I don't need them. And you know what she said? She says, I don't make money off them. I don't need them. I was like, oh, that's a good point.
It's true.
You've had 3 kids. You're fine. You're a grandmother. You're not making money off your boobs. Perfect. I get it. My
oncologist asked me when I was first diagnosed, he did a breast exam and he's like, oh, it feels okay, but you should probably make sure that we do mammograms on you as much as we, at least once a year, if not every 6 months. He says, if you have the gene and if for some reason they find something in your breast, even if it is not a tumor, would you consider removing them? I'm like 100%. Take them. Like, I honestly, true talk. I don't have that much to begin with. These have never been like my crowning glory.
Yeah, I love these.
These have never really done anything fantastic for me. So it's not like I wouldn't really miss them. I would rather do that than die. Let's see. Oh, speaking of that, the next one is, I actually had somebody ask me this. Are you afraid you're going to die? Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'm worried, even though, I'm worried it's going to come back. I'm worried that out of the blue, I'm going to get it again. I'm worried that the craziest thing is next time it comes back, I can't treat it with chemo. Of course, everyone is afraid they're going to die, whether they have cancer or not.
I was just going to say that. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have cancer. You can go to the mall and you could die. You know what I mean?
So I ask them, I'm like, are you afraid you're going to die? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, you should be. Like, you should.
Here comes a bus.
Right? You just don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah. So I love that one. Here's another one. Why don't you post more pictures of your hair or your bald head or your treatments or your scars or...
Did somebody really say that to you?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. I've had several people say, why don't you just rock a bald head? Be proud of your cancer journey. I am proud of my cancer journey. I don't have to be bald to do it. That's like saying when women who don't lose their hair to chemotherapy, they shouldn't be proud of their cancer journey. Because they didn't rock a bald head. Like, that's not a prerequisite. I am a big believer in energy.
Yeah.
So I want healing energy. I want positive energy. I want to put it out and I want to get it back. I don't want everyone to be like, oh, poor Stacy. I don't want to walk around and just have everybody be like, oh, poor Stacy. Poor, are you okay today? Because that's when you get the questions. How are you feeling? And then you have to have the conversation, or you get the look from strangers too. And for the people that chose to rock a bald head, like my friend Becky, abso-freaking-lutely, you go, girl. You do it. I just didn't want to deal with the amount of people that are going to either look at me or ask questions, or if I go in to meet with a client, are they just going to focus on my head and nothing else I'm saying? Are they just going to focus on the cancer and nothing else that I'm saying? So my cancer journey, I choose to wear wigs and just keep operating business as usual, because maybe I'm in a little bit of denial. I don't know, but I just chose to put on my makeup, put on my hair, and be fucking fabulous. That was my cancer journey.
Your personal choice.
It's your personal journey. If you want to post on your Facebook and get that out there, and the fact you're not feeling well, or you're sick, or it irritates you to wear hats or to wear wigs or whatever, perfect. If you're a hat scarf person, if you are whatever you want to be it. It's your journey, and you can't tell other people how to, or criticize them on their cancer journey, because you expected them to be different. Like, I don't understand.
You expect them to do, yeah.
Oh, the old, you don't look like you have cancer.
Oh my God.
Thanks. Like I said, what's that mean?
Look, is it like a zombie look? Like, is it something from Walking Dead? Like, what are you supposed to look like?
Because here's the funny thing.
That's where the bald head comes in.
Yeah.
Well, you had here last week.
Right before I was diagnosed, I look at pictures from this time in 2021. I looked like I had cancer. And not one person was like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you know what I mean? Like, oh, you look like you have cancer. Not a one person said that. I did look like I was going to die this time about 2 years ago. I look back when we were doing our Facebook lives and some of the other pictures and stuff I took. I'm like, oh my God, that girl is dying. Like, she's literally dying as I'm looking at her, like that. She was so close to death. It's terrible. Like, how? And maybe that's what they're picturing, but
who knows?
I don't know.
People are strange. Jim Morrison once saying.
And then the last one on my list, you and I talked about this, is when people ask, what do you need? What can I get you? We're always going to say nothing. We're fine. I'm fine. I don't need anything. I am good. I'm good. So if you ask us, we're going to tell you nothing.
If you ask anybody that question, no matter what they have, whether it's nothing, I'm fine. Like, what are you gonna? I have a list of things I need. It's on my Amazon wish list. You know what I mean? Like, who does that? Anybody's way,
right? But now I've started to tell people when they ask for my advice on after they've been diagnosed with cancer, I tell them, if there's something you want, tell people.
Yeah.
Ask them for it. Or if people offer, and this is what I suggest, I'm saying don't ask them what they want. Just give them something. Give them a gift card. We talked about that, how great gift cards are. Huge. Give them cash. Just give them the gift, because they're going to say they don't need anything, and they'll probably appreciate it when you buy it. But try to keep it something that's like you can use anytime, or that's universal. So that would be my advice to that. And I also tell cancer patients, if somebody says, hey, can I drop you off something? What are you hungry for today? Take it. Take it. Don't be too proud. If somebody says, hey, I know you don't want this, but I really want to give you $50. Take it. Take the money. Take it.
And run.
Because it will stop after I'd say probably I'm going to just estimate for most people about 3 to 4 months into your treatment, all that stops. So all that is going to stop once you're towards the end of your treatment and it's looking like you're going to be okay. Then that's going to stop. So take it while you can, people. If you're a cancer patient out there and somebody says, hey, can I send you a pizza? Can I send you food? What do you want to eat tonight? I want to send it over. Take it. If somebody says, I know you don't want to take it, but here's $20. I will take 20. I will take your 20. Yes, 100%. I will take your 20. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Somebody wants to plan a fundraiser for you. Let them do it. Yeah. Just do it. You know,
You're
just
right, though.
Don't be too proud.
Human nature is, I don't need anything. Like, I'm fine because you're not going to ask.
No.
I don't have a list. I just don't.
I don't.
Like, I don't know what I need. You
know Cash.
What I mean? Like,
to be honest, all I really wanted was money.
Yeah.
And Gatorade, like Gatorade Zero with protein. That was literally it. Because I drank that like it was water.
Just
constantly
take
drinking
and
it.
Stuff it in my underwear. That's
right. I'll do a little dance. You want me to do a little dance for you? I got it.
I could dance. I'm doing it.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's the top 10 list of Stacy's.
Yeah.
Don't asks. I guess you would say it.
Yeah.
It's true though. I mean, it's tough because I don't think. Again, we say this all the time, but you would think that people would know someone within their realm of people that have cancer. They should know someone. Therefore, it'd be a family member or whatever it is. They shouldn't have to ask those questions because that person might tell them, like on a one-on-one, hey, you don't need to ask, Billy because of it, whatever it is.
Right.
But maybe not. Maybe they don't.
Yeah. Well, and I think
do.
For the most part, people mean well, and it's awkward.
Oh yeah.
I know in the past when I have found out somebody was like really sick, had been like just diagnosed with like cancer or arthritis or MS or muscular dystrophy or Lou Gehrig's disease. Those would be the first things that I would say too, because I just don't know what to say. So here's the thing. You don't really have to say anything. You can just say, so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry that you're having to go through that. That's it.
Yeah, totally get
That's really it. Would you like money?
Yes. Followed up by,
we'll take the money. So you can say, I'm so sorry that you're going through that. I'm so sorry that this is happening to you. Here's $20.
Here's $20.
That's it. That's really all that I think we need to hear.
All right. Cancer Convo is sponsored by Chelsea Smith Cosmetics.
Yes.
Looks like if you get the video feed, it's Pretty Pump by Chelsea Smith.
Yes.
Is that all the wigs?
It is.
Oh, okay.
This one I'm wearing today is Chelsea Smith. Her name is Spano. And do you know why? Just guess.
Spano. Let me think. It looks like Linda Spano. I don't know. It's
close.
Linda Dano. Linda Dano was on Days of
Saved
Our
by the Bell. Does that?
Oh, Jesse Spano. Oh, yeah.
Yep. So this is like the darker version. I have the lighter version coming soon, but this is the darker version. Super curly, fun. This is Spano.
Was Jessie, she was the one that was the maniac, right? That she wanted the drugs. And I needed,
she had the drug problem. Yep. Yes. Elizabeth Berkley. Yes.
Wow. I just pulled that right out of the annals of my brain. So I was thinking of Tiffany Amber Thiessen, but that's not who it was. That was Kelly.
Kelly.
Yes.
Kapowski.
Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah.
Wow. If you like this banter, folks, we also have another podcast called 24 Minutes with Brady and Stacy. You can listen to that through the proper channels as well. But Cancer Convo is another great show. Hopefully you got some info out of it and some insight. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please shoot them to Stacy at URL Radio. We have a Facebook page, which is 24 Minutes with Brady and Stacy. Shoot them on there as well, and we'll help you out. If you have a story you want to tell, let us know. We'll hop on there and let you do that too. We have folks coming up as guests, but love to get you if you have a story or some ideas for things to help out folks that have long-term illnesses, be it, like I said, cancer or leukemia or Parkinson's and anything like that.
We're looking for sponsors from pretty much anybody, but the things that we struggle with long-term illnesses, a lot of people struggle with or might want to take advantage of too, like financial services or fatigue, memory loss, having my chemo brain has been stupid lately. It's been really bad. And so I've had to start to look up exercises because I'm forgetting all sorts of things. And it's not going to go away since I'm still taking a chemo pill and probably will be for the next 10 years. So I got to figure this shit out pretty quick.
Do the jumble.
I do puzzles. Grandpa.
Yeah.
I do puzzles and things online. And that's why I go to trivia too, because I try to unlock the recesses in my brain. So I think that's always good. But maybe you're like a chiropractor. You have wellness services that would benefit long-term or anybody.
Anything.
Yeah. We're open to like dental care, eye care, anything, because that's not just a priority for us. It's a priority for everybody.
Yeah, like you said, they may go through a long-term illness could have that. So, Cancer Convo is sponsored by Chelsea Smith Cosmetics. Great podcast down. We'll see you again next week.